that develops and designs and launches smartphone apps. Since founding the company in 2008, Rob has grown the app development studio into a leading player in the app development space, with a diverse client base that includes multinational corporations, local startups, leveraging a mix of in-house and offshore development expertise. The studio has launched an award-winning app and is ranked as the top app in South Africa. In addition to his role in the app development studio, Rob is the managing director of e-commerce experts in South Africa, the leading official Shopify experts in Africa, helping businesses thrive in the e-commerce space. Previously, he served as the head of the consumer credit card at Nedbank and as a managing director of American Express, where he focused on supporting partners in banks and expanding their Amex card portfolios. Rob holds a BA in politics, philosophy, economics from the University of Oxford, and is an advocate for digital innovation and scalable technology solutions. So basically, we went all out. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Mickey.
Thank you. I didn't realize you were going to read that out. It's wrong and embarrassing. I can't be supporting. Okay, good afternoon. I hope you can all hear me. I think I'm the last speaker for today, and I thought we'd try and have a bit of fun today by doing a live demo. And I think there's lots of developers in the room, so we know how live demos normally go. So we've got a bit of risk here. I've tried it a few times, only once have I successfully completed it within the time that we've got. And a few disclaimers. I am not a developer. I run a team of developers. So if it goes wrong, I probably can't fix it. Secondly, I'm going to talk about FlutterFlow, which is a platform that we build on. I don't know. Has anyone heard of FlutterFlow? No. So FlutterFlow is a low-code front-end application tool. And I know low-code is a bit of a swear word from the community sometimes. People think it's cheating or a shortcut. We have embraced FlutterFlow. We have been building apps for 10 years, originally native, moved to Flutter about 5 years ago. So we are proper developers. We're using FlutterFlow not to complete our apps, but to make writing the code of our apps quicker, cheaper, and less money. So we're using it in conjunction with developers. And I'll show how we custom code. What I'm going to do is when we get started, so there's a few processes as we go along where it works for a bit. So I want to get going, and when that's happening, I can talk a little bit more about FlutterFlow and how we use it. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so this is FlutterFlow. I'm going to build from scratch, but I'm going to cheat to some extent. FlutterFlow has a marketplace. It's basically a place of templates. Some are free, some are paid. We have the apps. They can use the widgets. They can use the custom flow. They can use the action flows. I am going to start off with a one-page app from the marketplace. Let me find it. We didn't build the template, by the way. Okay, we'll notice as we go along. I'm terrible at it, so there's going to be a lot of work this time. Okay, so this is the template we're going to use. You can install it in like a team library, so we have quite a few people in our team on FlutterFlow, so anyone can use this now. There it is. And then from that template, I'm going to create a project. You'll see also, I'm on a cheap old Chromebook that I borrowed because I've got my Mac and I don't want to set it on a computer. So everything that we're doing is in the cloud. We can deploy, build and deploy and release to production on Google Play and the App Store entirely from the cloud. So you don't need an expensive app to do that. There's no need for it. Okay, you don't have to keep putting your mic down to type occasionally. Okay, so we've got the template, we're now creating a project. And so the app that we've got, it comes with a very basic one-page UI. It has some action flows in it, it has a little bit of custom code in it, and it has an API call to Gemini set up. But we have to still go configure that. We have to set up Firebase. We have to put the API key from Gemini into it, and then we'll run it here and see if it works. Okay, so this is kind of the dashboard layout of FlutterFlow. So on the left, we'll go through some of these. These are your widget tree where you choose which widgets and you can drag and drop them into your canvas, which is the screen display in the middle, and then each component or element on the right is where you can apply your style, or actions you can do, or parameters, etc. So, as I said, I need to get going. So you'll see in the top right-hand corner, we've got a couple of errors here. So I have to go fix this up. I have to create an entry page. The way library templates work in FlutterFlow is they come in as components rather than kind of proper pages. So we have to tell the app what the entry page is, what the home page is. So let me just do that. Okay, the home page is the one page, it's called Gemini. And we have to go set up Firebase. So this app is sending from the app through Firebase to the Gemini API. So I have to create a project. This is a bit that can take a little bit of time. Let's choose Europe, because we don't trust this trunk with our data. So it's got a bit of signing in here. And please ask questions as we go. I'm going quite quickly, and to me, who uses FlutterFlow every day, it's kind of obvious, but I know it isn't, especially to those that have never seen it. So this is going to take, as you see, a few minutes to set up the Firebase project. What it's done is because I've authorized it to do so. There we go. Hopefully that error doesn't come back. So what this is doing, because I've given it permission to do so, it has gone into our Firebase account and set up Firebase project. Excuse me. This hasn't happened. What should be happening is it is giving FlutterFlow, a FlutterFlow agent service type to do stuff on our behalf within Firebase. And separately, we could do just a couple of clicks set up authentication with Firebase. It's out of the box. It takes about 5 minutes to set up authentication by email or SMS within FlutterFlow. And we also do need to set up storage used with it. I'm just going to cross my fingers here. See, flickering a bit. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try just setting it up directly in Firebase. Sorry about this. It's going to take quite a while. Really? Go out to the project and come back in. That whole tool is try again until it works. Genuinely not seen this one before. There's a problem in integration between FlutterFlow and Firebase. I can separately go and create a Firebase project and bring the project ID in here, but it takes a bit of time to set up the FlutterFlow agent with the right permissions, so I prefer not to. If it doesn't work, I'll just do a kind of a normal tour of FlutterFlow. We won't get the live demo at the end. Okay. Let's give it a second. Excuse me, internet. Let's give it one more go. I will, in the meantime, give you a tour of FlutterFlow, and we'll come back here, and hopefully it has created the project. So within FlutterFlow, I talked a little bit before. On the left-hand column, just about to see at the edge of the screen, we have a widget builder. So this is all the kind of common UI elements that an app screen might require, and you can drag them in. You then also have a widget tree, which is the breakdown of this particular screen. So we've got our, this screen is built with components. Each component obviously has its own widgets within it, whether they are rows, columns, containers, text fields, etc. So you can see the structure of the page here, and if you were wanting to go and change the UI, so let's go and change something here. Then this component, it's very drag and drop, low code, easy. So for me, then we can also do something with color. Make text. Okay, so you can imagine how this works. It's an easy way to quickly change the UI of your app. And this is how we're using it quite differently to other people, to how we thought we would. So we have a team of designers, about 6 designers and developers. And what we've done is got the designers to stop using Figma. So they do the up to UX in Figma, and then they come in here, and our designers are actually building all our UI of our apps within FlutterFlow. So they know how to build screens, how to build components, how to adjust the style sheets of all these elements. And that saves a lot of time, because we don't have to go through that Figma process. But also, our development team then are focusing on real development. And I'll show you within this. The FlutterFlow can only take you so far. You still need to connect to APIs, you still need to do local state management, you still need to create action trees, you still need to deploy to the app stores, and generally you have to do custom coding. And so with custom coding in FlutterFlow, you can do it, and I'll show you here actually. Within this app, you can write dark code yourself. It's within the project. And I think that's the reason we decided to jump to FlutterFlow after resisting low-code tools for such a long time, is the concern that we don't own or control the code. If something goes wrong in the code, you can't necessarily fix it because you don't have access to it. Or you want a feature that the platform that you're building on doesn't have that feature and never intends to, you'll now trap that wrong message. You can't come back and build it because you don't have access to and you don't own the code. The reason we have committed to FlutterFlow is at any time we can export all this code to GitHub and finish it off in an IDE. And that's generally probably 80% of our projects. We have to do that. If you're integrating native features in the phone, an external SDK, or you're just doing some quite complicated stuff, we can install packages from PubDev, do it on a branch in GitHub, and deploy from GitHub via FlutterFlow to the app store. So because you can access all the code and change it, you're not locked into a platform. It's just saving you time. And what it's doing when I'm building screens and I'm dragging and dropping, it is writing code. All this is and the code, we're also concerned it might be a bit flaky or a bit heavy in fat, but actually we've done a lot of analysis on the code that has been written here compared to if we were building from scratch like we used to, and it's actually pretty good, and it's nicely structured. So I'm going to hold my breath and go back to Firebase, see if it's had a word of itself. I will try once more, and if not, we'll just have to share the project with you guys afterwards so you can see what it looks like in here. Lasted a bit longer now. Okay, I'm going to stop because otherwise I'll waste time. Just a bit more of a tour of FlutterFlow. So we talked about the widget tree. It's got a Firebase integration, very easy, so you can create your collections. You can set up your Firebase project and control it from within FlutterFlow. You're not having to do that within Firebase. But it's not limited to Firebase. Most of our apps now we're using Superbase as a PostgreSQL backend, or client APIs because they're providing the backend. So you're not locked into Firebase for this. But if it's an MVP or a simple app in Firebase, it's a pretty good option. You can control your data types here. I think the thing I was hoping to demo is this is like the app state variables that are within this project. So these are the things that are sitting on the device within the app that for this app are forming part of the prompt that's going to Gemini. So this is where you write your, this template says you are a comedian that tells jokes about computer science, but if you are wanting to say you are at Google Development Conference Johannesburg and you want to make people think you can develop, that's where I've written it. And kind of give me prompts to make me sound more technical than I am. But that's where you would be able to have your prompts that are always going through to as part of your message to Gemini, and that's where the API key that you drop in to connect our Gemini instance with this project. The other things, just carrying on, if you're wanting to integrate an external API, so here is the Gemini API that's in here, but it's got its own API management tool. If you wanted to put images within the app, that's where they would be. Custom code I mentioned. Cloud functions. Again, most of our apps require cloud functions. You can't just do everything in the app. We're just using Firebase Collection. You have to write cloud functions for it. It's got some automated testing. Anyway, so the way we're using FlutterFlow as I mentioned, is as a way to write high quality code quickly to create MVPs and UIs that allow us to launch these at scale quite quickly. But it's important to emphasize that it's not a replacement in development. You still have to know how to code. You still have to know how to test. You still have to understand the basics of here. If we look at, I'll just show you some of the development tools that can come with it that we use on a daily basis. So you can manage your branches in here. So these are branches within the FlutterFlow project. If you're working with GitHub, it's creating a FlutterFlow branch within GitHub, so then you merge to main. Again, it's there. So you can do branch management. You can at any time look at your code. So it's just calls on this. So you can do your code, next to GitHub, you can download the code. It's very easy here to just create an APK. But as part of our setup process, we immediately set it up so that it is integrated with our store account. So from get-go, we can with one click deploy and build to Google Play, to the App Store, so that test flight, however your clients or the team are testing. The project managers actually do this. The developers don't need to take time deploying, compiling, and signing. If you set it up correctly, it's just going to be done on a daily basis, which saves a lot of kind of wasted time with developers going to non-productive, not real development. And at any point, like I said, you can come in and you can inspect the code. There's a couple of other things that I thought would be interesting. Just conscious of time. So we've now built about 25 launched apps in FlutterFlow. We're quite lucky because we adopted FlutterFlow quite early. We have grown with them, and we are now one of 20 FlutterFlow agencies in the world. So because of that, we get a lot of referrals from people who want FlutterFlow apps to come to us. And most of our clients now are actually coming from overseas, which is quite exciting. And everyone is wanting an AI project. So we've built 3 or 4. We've built 3, and we're building 2 more AI projects. Some OpenAI, some Gemini, one Grok one, and we've built LLMs as well. So we built a chatbot that provides legal advice to people who are vulnerable victims of gender-based violence. So it provides legal advice to get protection order, how to work with the police. So we are embracing AI. There's also I wasn't going to show this off. I know the conference today is kind of talking about AI. FlutterFlow has its own, I think, very mixed success AI page generator. So I'm just going to create a screen for Google. Okay. So I'm going to ask it to create its own page. It takes a minute or so to do so. So sometimes this is very good. We're not really using this to build any of our pages, but our design team actually use these tools, much like I use ChatGPT or other AI tools, almost like as a brainstorming partner. So they will say, I need a screen like this, see what this comes back with, and go, I like this, I don't like that, and then actually take the best, and then try again, and you keep refining the prompts and refining it until you actually get something that you're happy with. So that's what it's built. it's inserting as well. Now we have this page, let's just have a quick look at it. So, it's not too bad. It's got a bit of event planning, some news, spotlight. It's not bad, eh? And this is, like I said, this is code. This is Flutter. You could play with this. We could go publish this on the app. Just a couple of things. So we can also create libraries of projects as a company. So we have many libraries that are templated. They're not just the UI of an app. They have their own custom code. They have their own APIs. They have their own action flows. So the entire onboarding, login, registration, burger menu screens, for example, that comes with a few ticks. When we start a new app, we kind of install one of those libraries, create a dependency, and then we can control that library from the library, and then we'll update in the projects remotely. Is a version control. So it's optional. We have developer environments, so both for Firebase and also for Superbase. We've launched Superbase just this week. We can control push notifications from here. It's a bit of a process to set it up. Firebase side, but it's not too difficult. Mobile deployments I talked about, you have to go through processes to be able to deploy them here. Then there are out-of-the-box integrations with monetization. We've got Stripe, revenue that we use a lot, and then some of these other to install Crashlytics, to install Google Analytics, to set up Google Maps within your app is also very simple. So I'm really sorry we didn't actually get to connecting Firebase because that was required to actually complete live demos. As I said, you've probably all done live demos of your code. You know your dogs are never with us when we do it. Anyway, I'm going to sit there when I finish. We'll see if I can get this to work. When I go and see the app working, then I'd love to show it to you. Thank you very much. I think, am I out of time? I thought I was stopping half past. Anyway, I will continue. Okay. So let's just have a conversation more. Yeah, please, question.
So I'm currently doing mobile development as a native, and we're using Flutter obviously. So my question is it possible to integrate FlutterFlow with Flutter? Because I think I've been playing around with FlutterFlow, and then every time I get the code and try to go to VS Code to run it using Flutter, it just gives me errors where it says FlutterFlow is not defined or something along those lines. Is it possible to maybe import in Flutter maybe a package or module from FlutterFlow so that it works with Flutter?
Okay, so remember the bit where I said development. So yes, you can go at any point from FlutterFlow to Flutter. We until recently were doing that by just exporting the code to GitHub, running it through the IDE there, and then what our developers would often do is they would go and work out the extra code they had to write, or the debug that they had to write in the IDE, solve the problem there, and then write the custom code as you can back in FlutterFlow. So you still then have one FlutterFlow project, but they kind of go work out how to do it and debug it outside of FlutterFlow. About 2 weeks ago, FlutterFlow have, a bit more than that, but they have introduced the VS Code plugin integration. So I think I haven't done this, so I don't know how to do it. But if you search for FlutterFlow VS Code plugin, you install that on VS Code, and then basically you can have what you're doing in VS Code synchronizing back to the custom code within the FlutterFlow project. What you can't do is just like take the Flutter project and bring it into FlutterFlow. That's the code structures in it. Is that answered? Yeah, I think that's the way to go. It's quite new, and some of the teams are saying it doesn't work quite how they wanted it to. But yeah, that's where it's from. So, just to show of hands, who's a front end developer? And any, so that was, how many of you use FlutterFlow? There were a few hands that went up. Or just you? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we resisted low code for a long time, but I think it is a very good option to really quickly get things launched and running. But as I said, it's not a replacement to development, it's just another tool in your armory to do stuff a bit quicker and better.
I have background with the mic. Have the developers encountered a situation where, because you mentioned that sometimes FlutterFlow might not have certain features that you want, and you might build this like custom. Does it break? Like, have you ever had issues where now this new custom build is causing problems in FlutterFlow or vice versa? Does that make sense?
There have been examples like that, and that's where you have to keep the code outside of FlutterFlow. So you are now doing what you can here, pushing to GitHub, and then running from that main branch there. And that's fine, but it just makes the process of deployment, testing, and version control quite messy, because with this, the development team, some are still doing stuff on their local machine, but actually one of them just doing stuff on the same code base, on the same branch, their own branch, on the same code base. In the cloud, whereas if you start taking stuff outside, then you have version conflicts issues. So we're trying to not do it where we can, because, like I said, nearly all of our projects end up being finished off outside of FlutterFlow. Just trying to minimize that. And FlutterFlow it's constantly improving. So there's now, I was going to show you the debug console. So as you're running it, you run your app here, there's a debug console, so you kind of get see what values are being passed and where errors are happening there. And then it's got automated testing, which we're not using yet at the moment, but we intend to. I'm not sure actually how it goes.
So I came in late into the session, didn't get what you were talking about before. So let's say, for instance, you have finished creating like a project in FlutterFlow, right? And then now you have to integrate Firebase into the project. Will we be able to like access the project on the Firebase console? Okay.
Yeah, well, that stuff is just like any new project. Until recently, we would do all the setup in Firebase, but now we theoretically, until it breaks, can do it all inside here and control your collections from this side rather than that. You still have your own Firebase project, you set up your authentication there, you set up your push notifications there, you set up your storage there as well. Anyone else? Cool. Thank you. If you want to connect, it's Rob McLean. You can find me on LinkedIn. We're at Development Studio. We also have a new meetup for FlutterFlow in Joburg. So if you want to join the meetup about FlutterFlow, please join. It's called very matching to the FlutterFlow Johannesburg meetup. Anyway, it's the only FlutterFlow meetup we're doing. We're going to get together once a month and everyone this week. So if you'd like to see you there, any questions, please drop me a line, visit our website. Yeah, thank you for your time.